have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Fly-in communities are among the most exclusive real estate options in the world. They are gaining in popularity. Pecan Plantation, just outside of DFW, is not just an aviation community. It's one of the most amenitized and fastest-selling communities in Texas. Surrounded by mature pecan orchards and the winding Brazos River, residents enjoy exclusive access to a private country club, 18-hole golf course, tennis courts, marina, shopping, and dining. It's the perfect blend of luxury living and aviation. 155 air park lots at Pecan Plantation have been sold to date. Prices are up over 35% in just 2 short years. The final 37 are available at below market pricing. Sold first come, first served. Don't miss out on a once-in-a-lifetime real estate opportunity. New air park lots start at just $200,000 with concrete roads and taxiways. Easy financing is available with approved credit for as little as 10% down. Visit taxiwayland.com for details. That's taxiwayland.com. Or call 855-LAND-100. 855-LAND-100. This is Sirius XM Channel 125. All right, that's going to wrap things up for today. We have a busy show tonight. Satan DVR, 9 Eastern, Hannity on Fox. Victor Davis Hanson, David Asman, Lindsey Graham. What he's doing is the single most important thing the U.S. Senate will do this year. And he'll explain why it's so important and why we may need you to call your congressmen and your senators. Anyway, Tom Homan, Joe Concha, Stephen A. Smith. We go at it again tonight. 9 Eastern, Satan DVR, Hannity on Fox. We'll see you tonight. Back here tomorrow. Thank you for making this show possible. Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market. Hey, Eggsy, hey, Diogenes. With Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more. Yeah, you can come if you want. Policy value calculator today. I'm trying to get over the wife. Sorry, guys, I was on the phone. Could advanced stem cell therapy give you hope for a better, longer life? At Bespoke Biologics, we believe you deserve access to this groundbreaking, innovative medical solution. Stem cells are some of the most powerful cells in the body, and research is moving at warp speed and harnessing their power. At Bespoke Biologics, we speak with people every day all over America about new answers for heart disease, heart attacks, stroke, in addition to conditions like MS, rheumatoid arthritis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or maybe you just want to slow down the aging process or strengthen your immune system. The medical professionals at Bespoke Biologics have over 15 years experience. They're up to speed on all of the latest medical research, and they have access to an exclusive and proprietary line of stem cells. If you're ready to explore or just learn more about this exciting medical option, go to BespokeStemCell.com. BespokeStemCell.com. Schedule your introductory call and get ready to transform everything you thought was possible. BespokeStemCell.com. BespokeStemCell.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This is Patriot. Conservative principles live here. No, I won't forget. I just picked up a little something extra besides the hockey game. News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters. A deadly storm system is hitting the central section of the United States. Powerful tornadoes and violent winds, flattened homes, and ripped apart buildings. The first round of storms are expected to bring record-setting rains and life-threatening flash floods across the nation's midsection in the coming days. National Weather Service meteorologist Mark Shine I had a pretty decent lunch. Chicken Parmesan sandwich. So that should be good. President Trump declared sweeping tariffs of 10% on imports from all countries and much higher levies on about 60, including the European Union and other trade partners. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick tells CNBC the tariffs will spur other nations to act in ways that help American workers. I expect most countries TRO, basically an injunction. They're asking for a stay of that. They want an application to the Supreme Court saying, can you please help us, John Roberts? You're not too busy. But we also had another hearing today discussing the order to show cause. Remember, we've explained that that's kind of like getting called to the principal's office when you're a lawyer. It's like, you are busted, bucko. So come on down here and explain why we shouldn't hold you in contempt and issue sanctions against you and your law firm. And Trump's DOJ had to go down there and do that today. So we have some reporting on this from several folks today. Kyle Chaney was listening in. We also had Margot Cleveland, who was listening in. And we got reaction from Julie Kelly, who was also there specifically inside the courtroom. So we'll see what she said about it. All comments on Joe. Yeah, exclamation point. All that is coming up. Then we're going to hear from Mike Lee, who was on with Glenn Beck. And we'll hear from the president himself. Look at that nice new gold card, baby. It's only $5 million. I'm already a citizen, but I kind of want one because it just looks so cool. We're going to need a lot more super chats for that. So anyways, we're going to talk about it. We've also got this story about this plane. Okay, so this judge. Now we're finally in Texas. We're in the Southern District of Texas. And we're back in immigration court. And we got this one person, Adrian Gil Rojas, a person who entered the country illegally, is also now filing a petition for habeas corpus, which is the proper filing in the proper venue. They did the right thing for once. And this judge is saying Trump violating this guy's rights, has to release him. And the administration not only has to release him in Texas, but they have to fly him back to New York. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a first-class flight or what. I don't know if he's going to have to get upgraded or get the little towels and pat his face down. But he's getting a plane ride back to New York because they say they arrested him illegally and because judges just love illegal aliens so much. So the judge we're going to talk about, who is the one behind this guy, is this guy, Judge Jose Rolando Olvera Jr. He's the one who is ordering this guy gets a plane ticket, maybe first class. Look how high that fucking river is. Wow. Maybe even some Chardonnay if he's feeling dapper. But talking about that, we're going to learn who he is and more about that. And get reaction from Bill Melugin, because now the Democrats, they're going down to the border. I'm not kidding. We've been begging for them to go get a handle on it for 4 years while our country was being invaded and predatory incurred upon. And here Bill Melugin is reporting they're all going down now to the border. And Mark Wayne Mullen is going to talk about what we need to get passed in this next bill, which includes some border security and more. So all that's coming up. Then we're going to turn our attention to this judge, Beryl Howell. We remember that this case of his former law firm, Michael Sussman's too, when they were working together to try to collude to rig the 2016 election, when they sent Michael Sussman to go talk to the media and then go talk to the FBI and be like, we've got evidence of Trump collusion with Russia because Christopher Steele told us so. Were with Perkins Coie. They're no longer with Perkins Coie, but Trump came out, of course, and said, we're not doing business with a hack law firm like this that hires a couple of losers. And Trump canceled all the contracts with Perkins, and so Perkins sued and said, you can't do this, no constitutional rights. And they stuck through a giant hissy fit, and of course this whole case landed up in Beryl Howell's courtroom. And Beryl Howell, terrible, one of the worst out there in D.C. We'll explain who she is, of course, in case you forgot. But she heads this case, and she's been kind of split in this so far and not really been favorable to them because she realizes it's a contract dispute, right? Trump can cancel contracts. He doesn't have to do business with anybody he doesn't want to do business with the law firm that went after and attacked him, but we'll come back on that. I'll calm myself down here. And all of that will be coming up. We're going to hear what Trump filed because they dropped in a motion to dismiss this entire case. And so we'll be waiting for Judge Beryl Howell to rule upon it. So all that is coming up, my friends. It is.
So I'm not sure what they determined. I mean, besides the payout for the subscriptions and stuff like that, I got a nice little chunk of change from Rumble for just being a creator, basically. Kind of crazy.
Watchingthewatchers.locals.com or on YouTube. Just click that join button. We do member-only streams in the morning.
I'm going to be paying it forward, dumping it back into the channel.
So we'll see you back then tomorrow. We'd love to have you come join us. Watchingthewatchers.locals.com or on YouTube. Join up. We have an amazing community.
Yeah. We're going to have rain. Already have lakes in the front and backyard, so
all right, so
can't get much worse.
Today now, my friends. Let's check it out. Here we are. In the Supreme Court of the United States, President Trump submits his final reply in support of an application to vacate the lower-level orders that came out from this guy, Judge James E. Boasberg, a.k.a. Jeb, and he's about as exciting as the last Jeb with the exclamation point. And Judge James Boasberg, as we know, has been forward in the Trump administration side for quite some time, issued Trump order to show cause to explain why he didn't turn the plane around after the Tren de Aragua gangbangers were on airplanes going down to El Salvador. Judge said, turn them around. Trump didn't do that. They landed them because they said that they were already outside of the United States airspace and outside this judge's jurisdiction. And the proper form for them to complain about being illegally detained would be to file a petition for a writ of habeas corpus. And other illegals have done that, so it is a possible thing to do. But this judge also certified all of the gangbangers as a class of gangbangers. Wild. So you get those commercials like mesothelioma. People get you by mesothelioma. So they call this stuff. Same here. Are you eliminating innocent American teenage girls? Well, great. ACLU would love to represent you. Give us a phone call. You're certified as a class. Thanks to Judge James.
Second, man. That's like my fifth revenue source.
So we're in the Supreme Court right now, and a bunch of filings have come in. And the judge is ordered from the Supreme Court. We're here knocking on the door of Judge John Roberts, the Chief Justice there, who has been basically asleep, other than when he wakes up ordinarily and has to lecture Trump about his co-equal branch of government powers and Congress's co-equal branch of government powers. But we're here, and now Trump submitted his final reply. So we're asking the court to hear the case and to vacate Boasberg's orders saying that Trump cannot deport these Tren de Aragua people based on his proclamation and based on the Alien Enemies Act. So they're right. All right, listen. Supreme Court, John Roberts. We need you to do something about this, okay? A single district court called Boasberg has enjoined further national security operations pursuant to the Alien Enemies Act, which Congress passed that the president is using. That's two branches. To remove members of a designated foreign terrorist organization that is conducting irregular warfare against the territory of the United States in the direction of the Maduro regime that is housed in Venezuela. So a majority of the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals acknowledged that this injunction is appealable and that it risks compromising delicate foreign negotiations over the terms and the conditions under which foreign countries will accept and detain these foreign terrorists. And this is the same position that Rubio has been arguing for some time. It took a lot of time to negotiate El Salvador to take these people. So when they're in the air, it's a complicated thing for the judge to say, no, just turn around. Yet a separate majority declined to stay the district court's de facto nationwide injunction because they're cowardly. which rests on a blatantly unlawful drive-by class certification. Drive-by. Okay, perfect word. Drive-by class certification. Just like a drive-by shooting, this judge loves the ACLU gangbang murder. So you understand what they're saying, Judge, right? They're using your language. If you don't understand, ask the gangbang or ACLU lawyers. This case is not about whether the TDA members who are subject to removal under the Alien Enemies Act get judicial review. Okay, they obviously do. Rather, as respondents acknowledge, the pressing issues right now are procedural issues about where and how detainees should challenge their designations as enemy aliens, right? In other words, they want a judge to look at this. It's very easy for them to do it, so all they have to do is petition for habeas corpus and is modality that is well fleshed out in the law, and you do it where you're being detained in Texas. That segment talking about a case that is exactly that. And it's strange how that illegal alien was able to go find a lawyer and file this writ. But everyone else, this judge, is worried about the gang by them as a class, lest they be dispossessed of some legal rights. They can hire lawyers, it's very clear. We're going to cover it next.
Yeah, it looked like it.
They said, interfering with our operations. Otherwise,
bouncing between his chat and Bao's chat.
Deciding the wrong issue, which is APA claims. These are not APA claims. These are habeas claims. They're also doing it through the wrong device, which is a grossly improper class action.
We got up to 60 today.
Underselling this. There is a certified class in Trendy Aragua, gang members, certified by Judge Roseberg in Washington, D.C. It's not an understatement. He certified them. Anybody subject to the proclamation is now covered by this nationwide injunction. Who is the proclamation directed to? Trendy Aragua. Literally. They're certified as a class. While the wrong remedy remains in place, which is a nationwide class-wide injunction. So you're like wrong, like 4 out of 4, Judge. Talk about the worst judge ever. Wow. If allowed to stand, those basic defects will require vacating whatever merits determination the district court ultimately makes. In other words, even if this goes forward and the judge thinks that this is appropriate, we're in the wrong place on the wrong claims, the remedy is wrong, it's all bad. Now, in the meantime, by insisting on proceeding with these claims in D.C., not the individual habeas proceedings in Texas, they are depriving Texas, the proper forum, of the chance to flesh out the scope of habeas and to start resolving individual challenges in an orderly way. The problem is, though, for them, if they go and they file under habeas, it's only individual. It's one at a time. One person, one illegal coming through, one after another. They can't just blanket stop Trump from executing the law. That's what they want. That's what you are somebody who's housed in Texas and you would like to file a habeas